CrackBerry.com.
Oh no! So many wires! Listening to podcasts on your BlackBerry can be so difficult. An MP3, MP4, MP what? There has to be a better way. Now there is. Introducing Podtrapper from the makers of Honeydew and Versatool. Podtrapper uses space-age technology called RSS and Wi-Fi to automatically download your podcasts, then play them right on your BlackBerry. No more missed podcasts, no more wires, no more headache. How much would you be willing to pay for this outstanding product? $20? $50? $51? How about $9.99? But order in the next 10 minutes and we'll include a free small puppy. Free small puppy offer not valid. Visit shopcrackberry.com today.
Hi folks, this is Joseph Holder of CrackBerry Idol fame. I'm going to take a page from Adam, so this is a quick look at Podtrapper 2.6.7, and this is my Curve 8900. So Podtrapper is everything I want in a podcatching application. Of course it plays audio and video podcasts, and you have your standard play, pause, and rewind buttons, just like in BlackBerry Media Player. But one big advantage that Podtrapper has is the ability to pause the podcast, exit the application, and then come back right where you left off. This is perfect for those podcasts that are just a little bit longer than your actual commute. Adding a podcast feed is actually quite easy. Versatile Monkey provides 3 different ways to do that. You can search through a catalog of literally thousands of podcasts, and you could even scroll through them based on categories. Using the search feature is a little clumsy in my opinion, because unless you're using a very specific search term, you're going to end up with a lot of results. And that might be something you want. If you search Xbox and get 173 results, maybe you'll find a podcast that you wouldn't listen to otherwise. But in my opinion, it is a little overwhelming of a list to go through. But once you've found a podcast, it is quite easy to subscribe to that podcast via menu option up here, and Podtrapper takes care of the rest. The other options, of course, are via a recommendation, which Podtrapper will gather based on anonymous statistics, and entering URLs manually, which I like to do via copy and paste. I send myself an email and then copy and paste the URL. There are a lot of settings here in Podtrapper, probably too many to go through in this short amount of time that we have in this video, but I thought I'd touch on some of the more important ones. Download settings, you can choose how Podtrapper will download your podcasts. As you see, I have mine set to only download while charging and only through Wi-Fi. That's so I don't incur any carrier charges, and my podcasts get downloaded a little bit faster that way. There are a few other settings I'd like to mention here. Sleep timer, you can go to sleep listening to a podcast, and view bookmarks. Now you can bookmark any podcast that you have in here, and you can actually bookmark any file that BlackBerry Media Player can play. This is actually a very nice feature, especially if you listen to audiobooks or anything else where you'd like to pause and rejoin later. Last thing I'd like to mention here are the support option right here in the application. You have the ability to directly email the developer. You can even send diagnostic logs to the developer. But right there in the application, a way to email Versatile Monkey and let them know of any questions or problems you might have. So that's Podtrapper 2.6.7. Versatile Monkey does offer a 30-day free trial, and if you're anything like me, you'll probably realize you want to buy the product about 4 or 5 days into the trial. Anyway, my name is Joseph Holder, and I hope to see you in round 2 of CrackBerry Idol.